Well, welcome at ZEF. You're both here for a workshop about integrated water resource management in South Africa. It's a project financed by a lot of sponsors. And I would like to ask you, what is this project exactly about and what is your specific role from your institute's perspective in this project?
It's the second phase of a project in the BMBF, German Ministry of Education and Research framework for integrated water resource management projects. And we are having a project group for a project in South Africa, and it's in the MOSA Middle Olifants project region, so that's why it's called MOSA, Middle Olifants South Africa. And we are focusing on economic research and on technical and capacity development aspects of IWRM research to show ways for sustainable implementation of measures to improve the water situation in this river basin.
And what we try to do in the project is to link several components. We try to link economical aspects, we try to link modeling aspects, especially from the water point of view, and we try to link capacity building. And capacity building is a very important tool in order to transmit the science results from the project into a broader public. And for that reason we set up an educational water game, a computer game, which can be played by a lot of people who know about water, people who don't know about water, and so that they understand better what we have done in the project, and they understand better the integrated aspects we have analyzed in a more scientific way.
And whom are you targeting with this game?
The game can be played by schoolers, also on a low level, by kids, but also by stakeholders. It's we try to set up the game also in a way that we have different missions. So in a more complicated mission, stakeholders can use the game to learn more about integrated water resources management, but in a more easy game the kids can play a little bit around and see that water is scarce or you have a lot of water.
It's to raise awareness for the water related problems, and as far as this awareness is raised, we can try to put on top our scientific research results. After that we can say that it's not only a game, it's real water problems, it's related to a real model of the region, and then after the people have the awareness that something has to be done in the water sector in South Africa, then we can show we have solutions for maybe wastewater treatment plants, we have solutions for a mobile laboratory to monitor the water problems and things like that. But this water game is the opener to get into the people's minds to think about water at the first step.
And there are more learning games available in the world, but this is one of the few which is related to real modeling work. So if the game is played, a real scientific model is run in the background.
So this is the second phase of a project which has started in 2006. So would you consider this game one of the main achievements so far?
It's an instrument to transport the achievements. There are a lot more, so to say, expensive solutions like wastewater treatment plants, rehabilitation and things like that. But at the first step to make a lot of people aware that there are water-related problems, it's like to open the doors to the people. There are other outcomes like research to water value flow, or virtual water trade like ZEF is doing here, or our research on value chains in the water sector for companies which do not directly belong to the game, but as soon as the people start to think about water, we can tell them, and for the problems which are shown in the game, you can use our solutions we have developed in the project.
Okay. So, what are the main challenges you face with such a science-based project?
It's difficult to get different stakeholders in South Africa at one table, and South Africa has a very sophisticated water law, water policy. But if it comes to the rural regions in our project region, it's the implementation of this water policy is at a very poor state, and also like the operation and maintenance of water facilities like the wastewater treatment plants. They are in a very bad state, and these are some problems where we have to get the people to think about the relation between different aspects of the same problem. When the wastewater treatment does not work, the water in the river is bad. When the water in the river is heavily polluted, they can't use it for irrigation and agriculture. And to get all these different stakeholders together and make them think together, it's a very huge, not a problem, but it's what to say.
Challenge.
Advantage actually. So what we also do is we organize workshops where we have invited not only senior experienced people from the water sector, but also students and even young students. And we limit the amount of computers, so they have to play together. And while playing together, they start to discuss, and they see the water aspects completely from a different view, which they might not have seen before, and that stimulates communication. And I think it's one of the advantages of the achievements which we have reached so far within the project.
Okay, you still have around 1.5 years, 2 years to go for this phase of the project. What do you expect to be the main outcome, and what are the priorities for the time ahead?
And one of the priorities is, of course, to get feedback of the people who play. That's why this competition, which takes place right now, is so important. So we get feedback from the players. What has to be improved? What is to make it more attractive? So that's for us. It's one of the first priorities.
And in the field, we have got, of course, our pilot plants for wastewater treatment, things like that. And now in this last 1 or 1.5 year, they are in the pilot testing phase in the field, and we have got to get feedback from South Africans on the pilot plants, on our models which we have developed, and together with them, with the feedback, we hope we can enhance the water situation in this model region and have it like a pilot region for other water and river basins in South Africa. That would be perfect.
Yeah.